Hey guys, welcome to another video from Historic Militaria. Today we're going to be looking at the standard Red 9 Mauser Broomhandle. And this is just a really nice example of one, and just kind of give you an idea of what they look like when they were relatively new. Mint condition examples are actually pretty hard to find of these. There are nice high condition ones, but really super nice ones just they don't really exist that much because the bluing wasn't super nice. They were made for a military contract, obviously, and they got used. So the first thing, just a little bit of intro on the Red 9, if you don't know what they are. In 1916, Mauser got a contract to make up to 150,000 of these 9mm Luger broom handles, and to distinguish them from the regular 7.63, they put grips with a Red 9 branded in to let you know it was 9mm. Otherwise, the gun looks identical. The only other thing that you may notice is on some, not all, but most, when you open them up, the magazine follower will have a divot or a groove in it for feeding the straight case 9mm round a little bit more smoothly. Anyways, this is a standard Red 9 as it would have been made for the Imperial German Army in about 1916. Serial number is in the 40,000 serial number range, so right at the sort of midway through production. As you can see, this one has got your typical sort of thin, dull blue that you're going to see on wartime commercial guns and Red 9s. Definitely not up to Mauser's regular standard. Also, some sort of crude machine marks and milling, and just all over, much more quickly made, not as finely machined gun as you would have seen on a pre-war example and the commercial guns they were turning out. Everything else is going to be standard Mauser on this, nothing particularly amazing. The only other difference with your Red 9s is the rear sight is going to be graduated to 500 meters instead of 1,000, which is probably much more realistic. You've got your nice fire blue on your small parts, your fire blued extractor, a typical chamber marking. As always, your serial number is going to be repeated multiple times on small parts. Flip this guy over. Your standard Mauser marking on the right side, and everything else being the same. One thing you will see on a lot of these guns is a mark right here, and that is an Imperial German acceptance mark. That means this gun was accepted into the German military for use. One thing about the later ones of these is you're probably not going to see that mark, because it seems like after about 75 or 80,000, not really sure what was going on, but they didn't seem to get acceptance marked after that. So guns before that usually have it, not always, but usually. Whether or not they have it is sort of an individual collector preference about what you like, if they're more valuable or not to you. Any Red 9 is going to be a fairly valuable gun, which is kind of ironic considering the Red 9 of all the broomhandle variants is one of the more common ones, and yet it demands a correspondingly higher price even though they are more easy to obtain. So just kind of a strange thing because they're so popular with collectors. Also with this Red 9, you're going to have, as always on all of them, your serial number is going to be repeated multiple times, as well as the hammer being an NS hammer standing for New Safety, with your serial number repeated on that as well. So, just giving you a little overview of the Red 9 Mauser Broomhandle. And always, if you've got one of these, I'd love to hear about it, where you got it. Have you shot it? Have you not shot it? If you do decide to shoot one of these, don't go shooting anything silly like, hollow point, super duper self-defense rounds out of it. Stick with your light 115 grain full metal jacket for best performance, and always use non-corrosive ammo. As always, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll be bringing more content to you. Thanks again.